When it was 4-1, we had that, there's about 3 minutes left in the timeout, and I just said, let's just try and get the next goal before the period ends. And Petey got his first goal of the year, and he slammed it in there. We were talking about it because he scored like that in the Blue Whale game, but and that made it 4-2, and then we had the penalty to kill. So we were kind of, after the second period, we were just like, let's get this penalty kill out of the way, get a little bit momentum off it, and then just go from there. And I think the message was that we know what we're capable of playing, how we're playing, and maybe more, not necessarily more about how we're capable, but more about how we need to play. And they just started to keep the game a little bit more north-south, and they started to chip pucks, they started to get pucks deep, and when your best players are your best players, it makes a big difference. Kunyk and Beck scored, the shorthanded goal, to go to 4-3, and then Colton scores again on the power play to make it 4-4, and then Kunyk scores the game winner, and that's really kind of sums it up a lot with just when your leadership step up like that. So we talked about it on the penalty kill, or maybe a little bit too easy. We weren't contesting the puck enough down ice, and they did a good job. Cody made a nice read in pressuring that defenseman, and when he got the turnover, Colton jumped on it. And those are opportunities you create by good reads, and obviously moving your feet, putting some pressure on the defenseman. So it was a big goal for us. It was when you score shorthanded, now you need to kill the rest of it. It's a +1 when you're looking at that opportunity in the specialty teams. And again, it's all part of the process here. You're going to face a bunch of different things all season long, and tonight was one of a different stature where you're down and maybe you're maybe not playing to the level that you need to be playing at. And the guys responded, and that's a really hard thing to do in sports when you got 15 minutes to kind of regroup, and they found a way to get it done. So it was good for them, but hopefully we can learn a little bit about a 60-minute game. We talked at the luncheon today about Colton, and he's only got 1 assist in 4 games, but he's too good of a player to keep off the score sheet. And he's the one thing we talk about too, when you're not scoring, or maybe you're not on the score sheet, you got to find other ways to help your team be successful. And as your captain, he's a perfect example of that. He's still killing penalties, he's blocking shots, he's good on his battles, those types of things. And he was getting chances. It wasn't like he wasn't getting them. And he made the best of them tonight. He got him off the stick quick, and scored big goals at the right time for us. It's part of the process. We talk about it all the time, and it's you got to regroup and get ready to do it again. They're probably, if you think about it on the other side, they're probably thinking they let one slip away. So they're going to be ready to go on the second night. We've got to be ready to go and play 60 minutes of the right way of Nano hockey. And I think if we do that, it'll be a great game, and hopefully we'll have some success.
Peterson's goal was huge, so that just turned the game around. I think everybody could notice we were jumping on pucks a lot sooner, so that was big. And I think for our line in the third, we just kept it simple and started working harder, and that paid off for us. I know we like to keep it exciting for the fans, that's for sure, but we believe in each other in this room, and we know we can come back in those situations. So once we got that second one from Peterson, we just kept rolling, and obviously we got the result we wanted to. We were just playing too cute. We were trying to make fancy plays where we just needed to be more simple and make harder plays, hit guys more, and get pucks behind their D and chase them down. So once we were able to finally do that, it took them to get 4 goals before we realized that. But once we did it, we were successful. I know if we were on the other end of it, we'd be coming out hungry tomorrow to try and get a W, salvage the weekend. But we need to come out with a better start tomorrow to be successful tomorrow night.
I just think it comes from our hard work and practice. Everything that we've done to prepare for every situation, I guess, is paying off for us. So, it just comes from all 4 lines working together. So I'm basically only relying on 2 lines. So it's just everybody working together as one unit. What we talked about it in the room is we have to kill this penalty off, and then we got to get to work. But I don't know, Colton and I we just have like a chemistry that and we can see each other when he's going to go in and then I'm going to pull up, or when I'm going to go in and he's going to pull in. So, it was just a misplay by them, I guess, and we took advantage of it. We just have to have a better start. We were just hanging around the first period, and and we got away with a win. So I think if we're prepared for the first period, then there's nothing that's going to be able to stop it. It's kind of cool that you can actually hear all the fans exactly what they're saying because they're so close to us. It almost feels like they're on top of us. But it's awesome playing here, and I'm just glad that everybody on campus doesn't have to drive or whatever. They can just walk over to the patio. So hopefully it's packed house tomorrow too.